Hello and welcome to Horticulture. Thank you for joining me. In today's episode, I'm going to take you through a year in a life of a wildflower meadow, a 3-acre wildflower meadow in the Cotswolds. This meadow is around 25 years old, maybe 30, but it's not much more than that. So before we start, let's have a look at some of the plants that grow here. We've got devil's bit scabious, we have lady's bedstraw, we have various grasses and insects, as you can hear. We have oxeye daisies, and underneath you can see the yellow there of yellow rattle, which is there to keep the grass down. We also have a number of vetches. You see the yellow rattle below the vetch there, the yellow, the purple. It's the tufted vetch, I think, isn't it? And we have Queen Anne's lace, otherwise known as wild carrot. And pièce de résistance, our pyramidal orchids. And the year starts with thousands of cowslips blowing in the wind. So let's take a look at the year and how it goes. So we'll start first of all at the beginning of spring, and I shall be using footage over a number of years, probably about 5 years of footage. And here's the meadow on March the 6th, but spring is now here. Don't know if you can see, but this is full of hundreds. Can you see the patches of yellow? There's one big patch right up there in the middle of the shot, but go up past it. This is a complete mass, packed with them. This footage is taken over a few years, probably about four to 5 years, and you can see the change. Well, this is now a year later, and can you see just how far these have spread? This is a real cowslip meadow at the moment. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen so many cowslips. This is all yellow rattle, apart from bits of grass, that's obvious, but and the obvious cowslips, or rooster pants as they're known in Latvia. And this is the yellow rattle all in flower, the yellow that you can see there. And you can see just how far it's spread and how well it's doing. We've gone from yellow of cowslips to yellow of yellow rattle. It's quite a yellow spring here. You see from the green just how different some years are. And this is oxeye daisies with the rattle underneath. It really is just a sea of yellow. There may be some bird's foot trefoil mixed in with it, as you can see it here. So this is all April, May and June, this is all happening. And it supports plenty of insect life, butterflies, moths, grasshoppers and other things. Well, this is probably one of the hottest days of the year so far. It's basically solstice eve, and well, I've just been tiptoeing through this meadow. Tiptoeing, it is like that, to get out the hogweed. To go for a meadow like this, what you have to do to stop it from spoiling it and having tracks all the way through it, you zigzag your way through. So just like you were running away from machine guns. I don't know how I know that, but that's why I do it. And you do that, you zigzag through, and the path disappears. Where you've been disappears. You can't spot it because you sort of step over things. But here, this is Devil's Bit scabious. That isn't. That's a piece of grass. Devil's Bit scabious. That's, well, what are we looking at there? Nearly 2 foot tall, that is. And there's some more there, there's another one. Mixed in with it are oxeye daisies. There's another Devil's Bit about to come out. Oxeye daisies, and this stuff over here, which is lady's bedstraw. Don't know why it's called that. I would assume from the name it's something to do with making a bedroom fragrant, but I can't be 100% sure about that. The marjoram's always good for the bees. It can be quite a noisy place. Now here's an orchid about to come out in flower. Now if you look, the bright bits of pinky purple that you can see in here are orchids. They're kind of a bit lost, which is one of the things that makes it very difficult for us to spot them, but we have now got well over 100 in here. I don't even know how many species of plant are in here. There are quite a lot, quite a few hundred I think. We have different peak years every year. And for those of you who wonder why yellow rattle is called yellow rattle, listen. That rattling is the sound of the seeds in the seed head. Often when you walk through the meadow here, it rattles like that. It makes that sound because all the grasshoppers and crickets that jump off it and create this rattling sound. It's lovely. Bit of wild carrot, one of the first to appear. A close-up look of the grass. And the wild carrot in its absolute peak year. Now here is the curious thing. I'm in the meadow and it is the 15th of August 2017. And what have we here? Well, we have a cowslip in flower. It may be that just because we've mown this bit it's been able to come out, but generally speaking cowslips in August are a rare event. And here it is getting mown. It's now early September. Well, I think it's about a third of the way through September. Often this gets cut in August, and sometimes we haven't cut it, just to allow for, well, weather. Various things can get in the way of your plans. And here it is all cut. Then once it's cut, we leave it for a while, a few days, a week, just to let the seeds drop out, and then it's baled up and taken away for various animals to eat or feast on. That's why we pull out the ragwort and the hogweed. That's all gone, so I'm guessing that we may get some sheep in here. And here we are, early October, and indeed the best way to keep the grass down is to get some sheep in. Well, it's autumn time, it's nearly December, so it's close to winter, and this is how the meadow looks. Well, we've come full circle, pretty much. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. For the next sort of 10 minutes or so, it's going to be, there are just views and shots of the meadow for you to enjoy. See you next time. Ta-ra.